In 1931, the Bondurant brothers, Forrest, Howard, and Jack, successfully engaged in bootlegging in the Piedmont region, Virginia, USA. To cover up their illegal business, the brothers used their own gas station and a small restaurant. Also in business, Jack's friend, a colleague named Cricket, helps them a little. Once, while in the city, Jack becomes a witness to how the gangster Floyd Banner, in the middle of the day, shoots a car with competitors, after which he calmly leaves impressed by what he saw. Jack returns to the gas station, where at this time Forrest hired Maggie, a former dancer who decided to leave the city. Soon, the federal marshal Charlie Rakes and the new district prosecutor Mason Wardell arrive at the gas station, accompanied by the sheriff of the district and his deputy. The district prosecutor demands part of the profits from all smugglers, including Forrest, but he refuses and promises to kill the arrogant Rakes if he returns. In the evening, at the bootleggers' meeting, Forrest says that he is not going to give up and will work the old way, but does not find understanding among the other smugglers. Jack falls in love with Bertha, the daughter of the preacher of the local religious group. Drunk for bravery, he comes to church service where he feels bad, but nevertheless he arouses Bertha's interest. After that, Jack comes to Ricketts' house and finds Rakes there, accompanied by the deputy of the sheriff and his assistant. Rakes brutally beats Jack and sends his greetings to his brothers. The next day, the deputy of the sheriff and his assistant come to the gas station to the Bondurants and try to blackmail Forrest with the prosecutor's agenda. For this, the angry Howard beats the legals, forcing them to get out. One evening, Forrest beats and throws out of his restaurant 2 clients who were harassing Maggie. After closing the restaurant, Maggie goes to her hotel and Forrest is ambushed by those very scoundrels, one of whom cuts his throat. On the way, Maggie decides to return to the restaurant where she is beaten and raped by bandits. Miraculously, Forrest survives and finds himself on a hospital bed. His brothers and Maggie visit him, who do not tell him what happened to her last night. Maggie is going to return to the city, but Forrest manages to persuade her to stay and move to their house. While Forrest is recovering in the hospital, Jack decides to sell the remaining batch of moonshine and, together with Cricket, goes to the city. There they are ambushed by gangsters led by Floyd Banner. When Banner finds out Jack's last name, he and Cricket leave him alive. Banner buys Jack's moonshine and, expressing his respect for the fact that the Bondurant brothers oppose the district prosecutor, reveals the address of those who attacked Forrest. It turns out that these 2 work for Rakes. Later, Forrest and Howard find, torture, and kill those scoundrels, and the cut eggs of one of the bandits are sent to Rakes as a gift. Floyd Banner becomes a permanent client of the brothers, who expand the production and build several large moonshine factories deep in the forest. Jack continues to take care of Bertha, and in order to impress the girl, he takes her to the secret production, not knowing that Rakes and his people are following him. Howard and Jack manage to escape from the pursuers, but Cricket and Bertha get caught. The police take Bertha home, and Cricket is left to Rakes, who takes the poor guy to the forest and kills him there. After Cricket's funeral, the sheriff comes to the gas station and tells Jack that the police are not involved in Cricket's death. He also warns the Bondurants that Mason Wardell wants to kill all the bootleggers in the district, for which he called new federal agents, and the police were forced to block the bridge on the way out of the city. Jack decides to avenge Cricket's death and leaves in search of Rakes. Howard and Forrest are going to help him when, upset by this, Maggie tells Forrest that it was she who brought him to the hospital after the attack. Forrest realizes that that night Maggie also became a victim of scoundrels. Jack arrives at the bridge, where Rakes wounds him with a gun. At the same time, Forrest and Howard approach the bridge and open fire at full speed. A shootout begins, during which Rakes also wounds Forrest. Several cars with local bootleggers arrive to help the Bondurants, who take the police on site. Rakes ignores them and tries to finish Forrest, but Sheriff Hodges shoots Rakes in the leg, trying,